Subscribe to Inspire to Rise for awesome tech videos and more. Hello folks, this is Aditya from inspiretorize.com and today we are going to unbox and talk more about the Centric L3 smartphone. So guys, let's first start with the unboxing process. So guys, inside the box you get the Centric L3 smartphone, and then there's the cable as well as the in-ear style earphones for this smartphone. And let's just open this up. The cable is a micro USB to USB cable, and you also get the adapter. The adapter is just 1.5 ampere and 5 volt, so I think it won't support any form of fast charging, but the battery capacity is also small, so that's not a big issue. And if you talk about the other things, you get the user manual etc inside. You also get the TPU silicone cover, so that's also good that everything is packed inside the box. And you get the Centric L3 smartphone. At the back there's a nice glossy finish which gets bad very soon when you have smudgy hands, and it gets fingerprints really soon. And you also get screen protection pre-installed on this one, so that's also good. Now let's talk a little bit more about the design. At the front there's the fingerprint sensor along with the home button, and I particularly like the positioning and how fast the fingerprint sensor was. And if you look at it, at the back there's the removable back cover, and if you remove it there's the battery along with a dedicated micro SD card slot and dual SIM tray slot. So that's good. Camera is visible, the flashlight is visible. It has a 3050 mAh battery, which is good considering the smaller size for this one, and it has a quad-core MT6735 chipset, 2GB of RAM, 16GB of internal storage, and supports expandable storage up to 256GB via micro SD card. If I talk about the sensors, there are not too many sensors in this one, and no compass or gyroscope. If I talk about the performance on the AnTuTu benchmark, it scored an average score, not that great, and similarly on the Geekbench benchmark also the scores were not that great. If I talk about the gaming performance, I played some heavy games like Asphalt 8 and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and on the maximum possible settings the games were playable, but I think that the frames were not that smooth and there was some lag and stutter to be seen. If I talk about the general performance, it was good, and the UI etc was smooth. It has almost stock Android experience but only has Android 7.0 and not the latest version of Android, so that makes it feel a little bit outdated. But if I talk about the additional features, it has a lot of additional features like hot knot, DuraSpeed, and a lot more other features which make it slightly better to use when compared to few other smartphones in the similar price range. It has a 5-inch display which is a 720p display, and features like DuraSpeed help to boost the applications in foreground, while the applications which are in background, the background activities, they are restricted, and that makes for a substantial speed boost. There are also several gestures and a wake up motion, double tap to wake up, and all of those things. So that kind of makes it an okay choice for a lot of people. If I talk about the camera capabilities, it comes with a 13 megapixel rear autofocus camera and a 5 megapixel front camera. The rear camera has a 5p lens and f2.2 aperture. It also has LED flash, and the front camera has 5 megapixel resolution. The rear camera supports 720p HD recording at the rate 30 frames per second, and the device can play back full HD videos. Now let's take a look at few of the image samples taken from this camera. So this is an image sample taken from the back camera with HDR turned on, and this is also a similar image with HDR turned on. The image quality was acceptable. The front camera takes average photos, not that great, and the back camera videos had good amount of detail considering the fact that the resolution is only 720p, and there was minimal amount of shaking as the electronic image stabilization present on this one does work to a huge degree. The front camera too shoots up to 720p HD videos, and the quality was acceptable considering the fact that this is a budget smartphone, but it's not really something out of the park. The Centric L3 Pro would retail for a price of 6,749 rupees, and for such a price I think that this smartphone does have a lot of things right, but its primary competition is devices like Redmi 5A, Redmi 4, and all of those devices are really good in this price bracket. And if you are willing to bet your money on a new entrant in this market, then this device could be the one for you. Otherwise, the existing players like Redmi 5A, Redmi 4 and few other budget devices are quite good, and this smartphone has almost everything good, but nothing is really exceptional to recommend this over the others. So guys, do subscribe to Inspired to Rise for more such videos. A giveaway is coming soon, and no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.